So it is 7:59, and I am exhausted. It literally just became 7:59. It's 7:59, 8 seconds now. My watch is atomically calibrated. Uh, Excuse me. It's multi-band 6 technically, but so I'm exhausted right now, which is awesome because it means I'm gonna sleep well. Well, I'm exhausted and sleepy, which is the really nice part. So I completed my 59-hour fast. Ended up being 59 hours. I broke it this morning at 9:30 in the morning after sleeping for 11 hours straight. Awesome possum with a dose of sauceum. And haven't been taking Adderall. That's why I'm saying things like awesome possum with a dose of sauceum. And I went kayaking today. Had a fire. Ooh, fire is the best thing for ADHD. I just want to burn things. I just want to stare at fire all the time and never take Adderall. That would be awesome. Possum with a dose of sauceum. And yeah, it was great. So Lion Diet has some salmon eggs, a little bit of vitamin D, some raw liver, raw organic grass fed liver. For breakfast, I just had had a bunch of tea today too. Love my tea. I had a nice breakfast, had a good lunch. Still got two steaks just chilling there upstairs in a Tupperware, glass Tupperware. I'll eat those tonight if I wake up. I'm probably gonna go crash. I want to give my wife some cuddles. Love cuddling my wife. It's like my favorite thing. But really sleepy. Really sleepy. And I think fire. I think staring at fire is definitely good. Like just very meditative. I think Adderall probably makes vision worse over time because it predisposes you to only notice things that you've already noticed. So at some point, you just stop noticing anything, and the lack of noticing at the cognitive level becomes an inability of the visual cortex to recognize patterns or map novel actions onto the world, which is itself the act of seeing. We don't really see things, we actually perceive the actions that our sensory inputs tell us that we could take. So if you have a limited array of actions that your brain is trying to map because you're on Adderall, so your thoughts are more focused, then you're not constantly staring at everything, wondering if you could turn into an airplane, set it on fire, or take over the world with it. And I think that itself is the act of perception. If you're not trying to take over the world with something, are you even seeing it? I'm not trying to take over the world with this pen. Do I even see the pen? Or do I just see my preconception of the pen? I'm making a video right now where I'm making some really novel points here. And I'm using the pen to do it. And that means I'm using the pen to take over the world. Because ultimately, that's the end result of my YouTube channel, is taking over the world. Go watch my earlier videos if you still doubt that. So it's why it looks so boring. It's like, why are your videos so unedited? Why is the channel the way it is? Well, because I'm trying to take over the world and I don't want everyone to know that. Duh. They can't know that until it's too late. They can't know that until they're willing to watch a video 3 minutes in. I don't want people just knowing what I'm doing. I want certain people knowing what I'm doing at various times so that it makes the ripple effect of my actions that much more pizzazzy. That's the real goal here. So, if you like pizzazz, if you like awesome possum with a dose of sauceum, if you were on the lion diet and you're just sick of only eating beef, salt, and water, and you're like, fuck, this sucks. Well, you could watch me do it too, and we could be miserable together. And then we can take over the fucking world. Why do I say taking over the fucking world? Like let's be clear about what I mean by this. So at the very least, what I mean is that my bloodline in 2,000 years will own everything. That is definitely a goal. 2,000 years is a long time, though. So what's going to be happening in the interim? Well, in the interim, I will be becoming a billionaire. I will be corrupting the youth. I want all young men watching my YouTube channel being corrupted by me. You know, that's what they accuse Jordan Peterson of, what they accuse Socrates of. Hey, baby, I'm next in line. I'm going to corrupt this youth. So if you're a disenfranchised young male who looks at the world and thinks, you know, I really don't see a place in it, well, leave me a comment. We'll see what I can do. Watch all my videos. I might already tell you what to do. You know? So that's level 2, you know, is just like, let's recruit all of the military aged men to my cause so that I can, in a very Fordian sense, Henry Ford, I love Henry Ford, big fan of Henry Ford. He had a factory, I think the UK, during some war that was going on. And some military guy came into his factory and said, I think it was the UK, it was Ireland, it was actually Cork, Ireland, and said, I'm going to be commandeering all this equipment. The foreman was trying to explain that you need knowledge to work the equipment. The equipment only works with the other equipment. Like, you can't just take this equipment and use it to make whatever you want. Like, it's very specific. And Ford's representative happened to be there at the time. He just walked up to the military man and said, sir, I'd love to help you, but there's about 2,000 young Irish boys here, and I'm not sure what they're going to do to you if you take their equipment. That to me is a nice chunk of power that I would love to have. And that I think that y'all would like to have too if you've been through COVID and you're frustrated with the fact that you're working for fiat currency that ain't worth a nickel. It's not even worth a nickel. I mean, nickel's made out of nickel, so it's at least worth a nickel. Fiat currency ain't worth a nickel. You're working for it. You're working for something that's worth nothing. I have videos on that too. You can go check them out. So that's one level to it. Another level to it is, how many levels am I trying to take over the world? Let's get into this. Go back and watch all my previous videos though if you really want to know, because I'm always going to be deliberate with the information I share. You know, I'm going to try to gatekeep as little as possible because I believe that I know so much that I can't really tell you enough to actually make a difference. Like, the more I tell you, the more you're just gonna be recruited by me mentally, because at the end of the day, I can't tell you how to replace me. I can only tell you information that makes me seem more valuable, because I just know so much that, like, if it was possible for me to communicate everything I know in one video, I would just do that and get 1 billion views. But I can't, because I know too much. So really all goes here. So how many levels am I trying to take over the world? I mean, there's the manufacturing level. I want to make a ton of money through manufacturing. Manufacturing, health, fitness, and performance. Right now it's supplements. I'm thinking about other products I can create too, because I'm really into product creation at this point in time. I don't really see a reason to stop creating products. Challenging the banking system. I definitely have some plans to challenge the banking system. I'm not going to get too into those at the moment. I mean, that's really kind of, that's like the crux of it right now is I want to recruit the military aged men to my cause. I'd love to get a big foot in the food supply. Make a bunch of money in manufacturing, at least $1 billion. I might be a billionaire. Just because I see what Elon Musk is doing, and I like, you're not really rich until you can buy a Legion. Like, I can't afford a Legion. Elon Musk can't afford a Legion. Like, we're poor. You know, Cassius from ancient Rome said, you're not rich till you can afford a Legion. So I need to be able to afford a Legion. That is definitely a requirement. Also taking over the world, 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 taking over the world. Taking over the world. I don't really want to take over most of the world. Like, most of the world is pretty shit. Honestly, I really just want to own New England. I want to buy up all the land in New England. I want to, and then just from there, like, network. Like, I want to, like, get people who control things on my side. I want to, if you're old money, I want to work with existing old money to create systems that are in my benefit. You can think of me as some sort of pseudo Hephaestus Apollo type figure. Like, at the end of the day, I'm better on your side than on the enemy's side. You got to consolidate your position. You need ambitious, high stakes players. I will use you to build my empire, and you will be happy with this. This will all be good. Taking over the world, you know. I really think it's just going to come down to raising healthy, fit, and high performing children and creating an ecosystem in which that is the default, while also building my own sub economy that doesn't revolve around fiat currency. Serving as the bank for my own employees. Really, I plan to install myself. Not really install myself, but I am the number one expert in the world on insomnia. And funny enough, sleep is the most important thing to health. So that makes me the number one expert in the world on health as well. So all of these rich people who want to live forever, they need me. They just don't realize it yet. And if you're a rich person watching this who doubts that, go watch my insomnia course, you fucking doubter. You won't doubt after that. Link down below. Go check that out. So, they need me. They haven't realized this yet, but they need me. The world needs me in a very deep way for its goals and ambitions. And I'm very willing to use this need to my advantage to try to. I would like to. I would like the freedom to pursue my thoughts and the exploration of them. I would like that very much. Across various domains. So I'm trying to free myself from economic systems, from systems of ideology, trying to embed myself in, I guess, in the fundamental Western narrative. I believe in a fundamental Western narrative, and I believe that those who have identified that narrative and have found their place in it achieve massive amounts of power and success. And those who don't. But there's also this interesting catch where you have all these authors who become well known after their deaths. So, I don't really need to like own the world. I don't really need to control the world. I just want to control and own the parts of the world that I desire. That's really what it is. And I think that yeah, I'm just gonna go out and do that. So got a lot of different ways of doing that. Books, media, manufacturing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Lots of different ways of doing that. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm much more interested in. I'm just frustrated with the fact that the money isn't real, so I need to create real wealth for my family. And then I also want to, like. What else is it that I want to do besides creating real wealth for my family? I do very much want to create real wealth for my family, win the ADCC. Music. I like playing music. I really want to inspire the world through music. That would make me happy too. Inspiring the world, that's definitely part of taking over the world to me. Inspiring the world. Inspiring the world to live better. I want to conquer myself fundamentally. I think that's really what it comes down to, actually. When I say I want to take over the world, I really mean I want to conquer myself. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. So I really want to conquer myself, and I want to do that by mastering my own health, perfecting my understanding of the next steps so that
I can live to a ripe old age, win a bunch of competitions, look very sexy while doing it, and teach my children how to do the same while furthering my own knowledge. And I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be very interesting. I'm really interested. I think, in some sense, I think the world will be much more interested in my knowledge than I will be in sharing my knowledge with the world at some point. I think right now I'm just trying to become a billionaire. But I think once I do that, I mean, I don't really know though. Like, I'm just very interested in people as well. So, and I think that people are living far below their potential. And I think that what it creates is it creates a situation where low energy, uninspired, blah bureaucrats end up turning everything into a monochromatic sludge. I don't like that. I think that that's roughly equivalent to Satan. And I think that the Holy Spirit is the spirit that it's the spirit of play, the spirit of fighting. I think the spirit of fighting and the spirit of play and knowing yourself are the same. And I wish to pursue that as my ends. Amen.